So you've probably heard this phrase said before. You may have even said it yourself, but it's the forever home. Today we're going to talk about some things that you need to consider prior to purchasing your forever home to make sure it's done right. The first thing you have to consider is timing. We get this question all the time where people will ask, hey, Grant, is now the right time for me to purchase my forever home? And there's two things that people are typically referring to when it comes to timing. One is timing of the market. Is this a right time? Are the home values right? Are the interest rates right? Is this a good time in our economy for me to buy my forever home? Well, the answer to that question is this. You're thinking about it wrong. Don't even consider market timing when buying your forever home. Listen, your forever home is not going to be an investment. The only time you have to consider market fluctuations, things you can't really control like values of homes or where interest rates are at for home loans, that should only be considered when you buy an investment property. Now, here's what you do need to consider as far as timing is concerned. Is it the right time in your life? What's your income like? What are your assets like? These things will help you understand if it's time to buy a bigger home or that forever home. The reality is, when you buy a forever home, it's likely going to take a larger down payment. There's a thing called jumbo loan limits. The bottom line of that is this. A regular, normal, conventional loan under that jumbo loan limit, you can purchase a home for as little as 3% down. But when you get into this higher purchase price, many times you have to put at least 10% down. Okay, so a pro tip, you might be thinking, oh no, I wanted to buy my forever home, but I don't have 10% down. Good news, if you currently own your home, you can sell that home, take the proceeds from that and use it or a portion of that for this next home. So you don't necessarily have to have the money saved in a savings account. As long as you have enough equity or enough proceeds from your current home, you can take that and use it for your down payment on your forever home. All right, so here's a quick checklist that you can consider prior to purchasing your forever home. 1, income. Do you have enough money to pay this larger payment that you're likely going to have on this bigger home? 2, assets. Do you have enough money for the larger down payment that's likely going to be required? 3, do you have the right savings habits? Are you constantly and consistently putting money aside for retirement every paycheck or every year? Now, something that a lot of people consider when they're purchasing their forever home is also family dynamic. So outside of the timing, all those things that we mentioned, it's what do you want your family to look like? There are some people that are extremely passionate about foster care or adoptive care, and they want to make sure that they have enough room in their home to be set up to do that well. Another thing, and this is kind of like what me and my wife do, we want our house to be the place where not only our kids, but their friends can come and hang out whenever they want. There's constantly kids over at our house. Is this forever home set up for that? Does it have the floor plan? Does it have the amenities? Does it have those things to be the house that you guys are wanting it? Another thing that people think about is multi-generational living. There might be a time in the future, or there might be a time right now that you want to actually live with your parents or your in-laws. Is this home, is its floor plan going to make that work well? What other things do you want to have within your life, and is this forever home going to enhance those things or make those things easier? That's where your focus should be. Don't focus on the market. Don't focus on the economy. Focus on your own finances and the actual floor plan and neighborhood that you're potentially looking into. When those are right, that's when it's right to consider buying your forever home. For way more information on this topic, you can check out our podcast. We've actually done 2 podcasts that are kind of similar to this. Greg Suter was interviewed by Jeremy Sharp, where he talked about things that you should consider prior to buying a home. And then I interviewed Jeremy Sharp about what you need to consider when buying your forever home. And he talked even more about the multi-generational thing because he's living that. Links to those podcast episodes are going to be in the description below. Check it out. And you can just click right on those links and it'll take you right to those podcast episodes. Thanks for watching this video. Please click subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified about all the new content that we're releasing. We will promise to be giving you videos at least once a week. And if you'd like to watch another video by us, click down here.